What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to make anything in Serum into a wobble. So right off the bat, this is, the basic of the basics. If you can understand the basics within these programs, just the amount of creativity that you'll have and the amount of things you'll be able to realize within the program as far as sound creation and sound design will be crazy. And when it comes to, making basses and stuff, wobbles, basic, essential. So right off the bat in Serum, we start with this. I'm gonna do this in the S key. This is the key of D. I'm gonna go ahead and give this some bass. So like always, first thing we're gonna do is just pick out some crazy wavetables. I never play with any of these, but I don't know, let's see. That's insane. The cool thing, when you're making these sounds, you always get to start with the same sort of method. It's like, at least I do. I always start off by picking the wavetables and picking a nice harmonically rich tone. Now, if we just wanted to right off the bat, let's turn this into a wobble. Once we have our wavetable, if you're going to use one oscillator, if you're going to use two oscillators, first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the levels on the oscillators all the way down. We get no volume now. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go over to our LFO1. We're going to go to this little circle thing. Going to drag it and release it onto the level. Now look. It's a wobble. Sick. And you can play around with how much levels, like the balance, the volume balance between the two oscillators. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our trigger on. So every time the trigger, LFO mode, means every time I hit a new button, the LFO restarts at the beginning. Because as you can see now, it's going to continue left off. It's going to continue wherever it left off when I released the button. You see, it's not starting at the beginning every time I press it. So if we turn our trigger on, it's always going to start back at the beginning. Next thing we're going to do is play with the phase and random. I like to turn these all the way to the left side, just because it'll change the tonality of the sound as you continue to press the note if the phase and random are in different positions on either oscillator. So just putting them back at the beginning. These are things that people usually don't figure out, and they're so basic. But once they figure it out, it just opens up an entire new thing, because it's those little things that you were trying to figure out for, it could be months, it could be weeks, it could be years, and now it's just right there in your face the whole time. So please try this and experiment, and you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about here. So now the sound is going to sound like this no matter how many times. Let's see, if I turn the random up, that means if you look at this, you see this yellow bar? The random is here, that means that every time I press the key, it can start anywhere in this range of where this yellow bar is. And I want it to start, maybe I want it to start at the beginning. Or if you turn the phase, this is going to say it's going to start here, So now it could be the phase is going to start here, and then the random can be from that solid yellow bar to, where the yellow bar is ending now. So the phase is like saying your starting point, and the random is the end point within the wavetable where it can start and finish, or, where it can start it in between, from either over here, somewhere in the middle, So it's very, very important to understand your phase and random. So I just like to turn them to the left because I just want one consistent sound, one consistent tone. Then I play with the tones. That's sick. Let's play some more. That's sick. I like that. We haven't even done any A warp or anything, but I went off on a tangent. You guys got some extra tips. There you go. But yeah, how to make a wobble. It's super simple. Just throw your LFO on there. Boom. Now let's spice this up just for the end of the video. Now we've got that. Now if we go ahead and go. Where's that? 1, 2, ready. Oh my gosh, that's hard. And that's just one layer, so let's kind of spice this up with another layer, because this is going to be our mono layer. Now we want another layer that's going to kind of play off of this, but it's going to be in stereo. You got to make sure that they go together. Let's get this going here. With that, boom, boom, boom. Oh, just that's a nice clap combination. Layering. So we've got that right now. Let's go here, get some hi-hats. But yeah, make a wobble out of anything. You could go anywhere. Boom.